Welcome back to the channel. Finally getting back to the dyno after the headers and the 3-inch exhaust. Now, yesterday my mufflers were supposed to come in and I was going to run it out of the side of the bed, but they didn't come in. And today's the last day I have the dyno for a while, so they came in today. So it's not on it. This is just headers. It's got an X pipe. So we got the long tube headers modified from a ram. I had to remake one tube on each side, 1 3/4 long tubes. Really wasn't that bad. And X pipe, and that's where the mufflers will go. So it's going to be really loud. But we're going to see what this thing does like that and dial it in. I don't think air fuel is going to be that far off. Hopefully this gives us something. Well, this is what it did. We went from 285 to 302 and 336 to 341. Now, there's not a lot of peak gain, but you can see just how much longer we're holding on to that torque. Every time I do something, it moves us higher and higher, and we haven't really lost anything down here, which is good. So this was a full temp hit and a full temp hit. So we're going to do a cool down, and we'll compare the last cool down pass to this one's cool down pass. So if you're wondering, with your build, if it's this mild, if you're in this level of a build, which is just a mild cam, ported head, supported kegger, then maybe it's not worth it all the time to do the long tubes and a big exhaust. But I had to do it anyway. I was going to build exhaust anyway, so I went ahead and did it. And I'm glad I did. 15 horsepower, maybe not worth that much if you had to pay someone to do this, but if you're just at home and you got a welder and some time, this is what it did. So if you're thinking about getting those mid-length headers from Spintech, where they used to make long tubes, and you're at this level, this is what it would do. You're going to spend $1,300 for long tubes for that little bit, or $800 for mid-lengths for maybe not even this much. Now, we're still, every time we modify this thing and make more power, it's pulling more and more vacuum because that throttle body is not big enough. So before I do any more testing, I've got to get a bigger throttle body. Every time we uncork something else, we're just trading hands. It's still got a ported kegger and a ported 50mm throttle body, which is just a stock throttle body opened up. So we picked up everywhere. We still haven't lost anything. Now I wonder if, I don't know if this is a flow characteristic of the bigger tubes and the bigger exhaust, why it's making more up top, or if the actual the tube length is playing that part. I don't know, but we didn't lose anything down here. This is just a difference in when I hit the pedal. So I'm fairly happy with it. But next up, bigger throttle body, so we'll see what that does. But we're letting it cool down right now. We'll let it get about the same. It was about 100, I think it was about 120 degrees coolant temp and intake air temp when we hit it last time. So we'll do that again and compare those two. See if we can't make 315 or something. Here's our last pass before the headers and everything. This was a cold pass. 120 degree intake air temp, 290 horse, and 349 foot-pounds. This cool down pass, 307 and 357. So this is just trying to do apples to apples, because this is what everyone's going to do. Like I said in the last one, when they do their dyno one, whichever one they post, it's always the cold pass. You always pick up more. But that's what it did. Picked up everywhere. That's the difference in those crappy eBay headers to these long tubes. So take that for what it is. I mean, I'm glad I did it. It's done. So if this amount of power is worth it to you, go for it. And don't forget, guys, please hit that like button. It costs money to do this stuff. I haven't hit the subscriber limit to actually start making any money on YouTube. So do everything you can. Please help me out. Those likes help me. It's going to help me get bigger. Hopefully get to where I want to be. But I'm still going to keep testing. I'm going to do it anyway. But it'd be nice if YouTube started paying for a little bit of it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.